Hello and welcome to another update video about VAI Vaiot. And yeah, from my analysis from a few days ago, not too much has changed. It's just that this descending wedge we had on the chart that actually sort of worked out, at least short term. Yeah, we did break out of it to the upside. That was the expectation to start a B wave move at some point. I think in my last video when I did record it, we were just about hovering here at the lower boundary line of that so-called descending wedge here. And we did follow through to the downside, yeah, and then also to the expected upside in a B wave, as I have still sketched it out from the last video. We talked about the possible breakout at some point of this so-called bullish pattern. You can call it a descending wedge. Here in the C wave, in Elliott wave language, we could call it an ending diagonal in the A wave possibly. But then again, you know, this is now where we need to see what's going on, because it can very well be that it does the wave 2 in one go. Yeah, so the reason is it has come down far enough for a wave 2. I'm currently counting this move up as a wave 1 leading diagonal. This is a less reliable pattern. Yeah, a leading diagonal is less reliable because you always need proof. And the proof, you only get the proof in the wave 2 support area. So it's not an impulse, this move up. And because it's not an impulse, at least I don't count it as an impulse, you might get away with a series of 1-2 setups here in a very bullish case. Okay, I mean, that's possible. But then again, let me just think about something. But then again, I would have a problem to justify this as a triangle. And also, I think for a series of 1-2 setups, we've come down to low. Yeah, okay. So let's stick with this one. Leading diagonal in wave 1, and then an A wave to the downside. B wave rally still possible, and C wave down. I mean, bear in mind, this is an orange support area. This is where ideally the price is going to turn around. Next key target would be the 10.6 cent level. If we come down to that level, it might be worth watching for a possible bounce to the upside. The point I try to make here is that this is a less reliable chart due to the leading diagonal here. Yeah, this could easily count as a corrective pattern, basically an ABC structure to the upside with a new low in the making. So I don't trust this chart. I must say that very clearly. I wouldn't trade it because it's not reliable, but a long-term speculative position is okay from my side. That's what I do. You can see it's also a lifetime downtrend, so it's actually long-term an absolutely destroyed chart. Nevertheless, you know, you can trade this based on these fib levels if you choose to. I just intend to hold my VAI position for a little bit longer if we get another hype rally. That's sort of my speculation. Yeah, we should see some kind of a reaction to this support area. If this, however, is the valid count, I'm unsure, because in a lifetime downtrend, I mean, that's difficult anyway. And then the rally to the upside was only a diagonal pattern. That doesn't give a lot of trust. Therefore, the support area is in orange. You need to know that when you make your decisions. So that means I don't give it a lot of confidence, this move. So when we see a reaction here to the upside, and that would now need to go above the previous high at 17 cents, then I think we could look at a possible rally in a B wave as primary, because so far we're coming down here in an ABC. Now that might change. If that turns out to be a 5-wave move, then this might only have been the A wave. But it's a similar story. If this turns out to be a 5-wave move, then it could also be an A wave, but the B wave would then normally not rally that high. Why is that? Because in a 3-wave move, ABC, so if the A wave consists only of 3 waves, the B wave normally would rally quite high. Normally, it's around about the same length as the wave A. Okay, so that's why we've got the resistance here quite high and then come down. That's one possibility. Also possible though that we are forming here, but if we get 5 waves, yeah, then you could count it as so-called leading diagonal to the downside in an A wave. In that case, if the A wave consists of 5 waves with one more low here, which we haven't made yet, then the B wave could be rather weak, and we could then get a C wave down. So yeah, and if we come down quite a bit lower, alternatively, I would also consider if wave 2 finished here. So either way, I would expect a rally out of the current orange support area. Again, it's a matter of scaling in my opinion, you know, where you can scale into the support area to trade the rally either as a B wave or maybe already as a third wave in a more bullish interpretation. That's certainly what many altcoins are doing. They're just finishing their wave 2. Typical support for a wave 2 would be sort of in the previous wave 4 range. So that fits as well. Here's sort of around the 10 cent area. Wouldn't be surprised to touch the 10.6 cent area, the 61.8 retracement, maybe even come down a little lower before we start to see upside. But this is a support area. But just bear in mind that on the VAI chart, this is a less confidence here. This is not a high confidence count, also because of the leading diagonal. You just need to know that when you choose your position size and choose your strategy here. But for now, I think, you know, there is a point reached where at some point here we are going to turn around. We've retraced enough. We have come down, yeah, around about 55%. For a wave 2, absolutely okay. Typically, when wave 1 is a diagonal, the wave 2 comes down quite a bit and very often even to the 78.6 retracement. But it would all be within the orange support area, larger trend reversal area for this wave 2. Just be aware that below 6 cents, this pattern is probably going to break down and we'll probably continue with a bear market and make a new low. So if we look at the daily chart, indicator wise, you can see that probably we will. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised to touch that 10 cent level. The indicators are still pointing to the downside. Also here, the MACD is increasing negative momentum again. We are on the daily in the bearish range on the RSI. So it looks to me as if we might see a little bit more downside also on the 4-hour chart. Negative momentum is all increasing. So yep, so it might get a little bit lower before we see that recovery to the upside here. So negative momentum. And also here, I mean, if you were to say, okay, maybe we had a bit of a breakout pattern here to the upside, but this was only in 3 waves and the move down appears to be in 5, and we are coming down basically to the beginning of that small rally. So it's probably going to take it out. The C wave is probably going to end a little lower around, and I would look at targets around 10.6 and then 10 cents before attempting another reversal. Okay, that's my update about Vaiot, VAI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.